So the so this event basically occurs in female primates only, like monkey, apes, and human beings, matlab those that are on 2 feet. And this begins with menarche and ends for and cycle is about 28 to 29 days, and one ovum is released during the middle of the cycle from each ovary in alternate fashion. So basically there are three phases here. First is follicular phase, second is luteal phase, and third one is secretory phase and so on. तो जो पहला फेज है यहाँ पे वो दो फेज चलेगा, एक चलेगा यहाँ पर और एक चलेगा यहाँ पर। तो यहाँ पर जो पहला फेज चलता है फर्स्ट 13 डेज तक, दैट इज़ फॉलिकुलर फेज, और यहाँ पर जो फेज चलता है that is bleeding phase plus proliferative phase. Now this proliferative phase is a function of estrogen hormone, and the maintenance of this endometrial layer is done by progesterone, right? So whenever there is this phase for 3 to 5 days, there is breakdown of endometrium due to low level of progesterone. Now this is again very important, that this endometrium breaks. Why? Due to low level of progesterone hormone. Then we have is what is ovulation, which is on the 14th day due to LH surge. And there are again two phases here. First is luteal phase, and then we have secretory phase. This luteal phase is from 15th to 28th day, and then in this region there is secretory phase, right? So there are certain phases, like in ovary there are two phases, follicular phase and then luteal phase, because you have corpus luteum that is formed, and in the uterus there is bleeding phase, proliferative phase, and then there is secretory phase. Now there are certain points that in follicular phase, whenever we are talking of the follicular phase, the FSH, luteinizing hormone, and GnRH level will increase gradually, and this level will stimulate the follicular development, and on the 14th day there is peak of FSH and LH, and there is LH surge which leads to ovulation, that is release of secondary oocyte and leading to the formation of corpus luteum, right? So this is uh, LH surge on 14th day. Whenever we are in follicular phase, there is gradual increase in three hormone, FSH, luteinizing hormone, and GnRH. GnRH is hypothalamic hormone, and then from anterior pituitary adenohypophysis there are two hormones, FSH and LH, which will cause the ovulation, and LH surge is very important for this process. Now in the uterine region we are having luteal phase. Now this luteal phase or secretory phase is post ovulation phase, right? Is post ovulation phase. Luteal phase is occurring in ovary, and this is occurring in uterus. Now the corpus luteum that is formed here will secrete large amount of progesterone, and this progesterone helps in maintaining the endometrial layer. Now if there is no fertilization, this corpus luteum will be converted into corpus albicans, and on the 14th day of its formation, that is on the 28th day, it will degenerate, and hence progesterone level will fall very sharply, and this endometrium layer will break, right? So corpus luteum starts degenerating from the 9th day of its formation, matlab from the 14 plus 9 day, that is about 23rd day of the MC. This corpus luteum starts degenerating and completely degenerates on 28th day of the cycle, and this is what is happening, right? But whenever there is fertilization, this corpus luteum becomes stable for the next 9 months, and this is maintained by human chorionic gonadotropin hormone that is secreted by placenta and not by progesterone, right? So this corpus luteum in fertilization is maintained by HCG, and HCG is secreted by placenta, right? Now there is this hormone from hypothalamus, GnRH, and from anterior pituitary we have two hormone, FSH and LH, and there are again two hormone from ovary, estrogen and progesterone. This progesterone and estrogen can give negative feedback to what? To pituitary gland as well as to the hypothalamus. But this estrogen has a unique ability of giving positive feedback also. So this estrogen is an important hormone because it can also give positive feedback, right? So that is why estrogen is important here. Now basically the major events of the cycle are shown in this figure. Cycle starts with the menstrual phase when it lasts for about 3 to 5 days, and this results due to the breakdown of endometrial lining and its blood vessels, which forms liquid that comes out, right? ठीक है, occurs only if the released ovum is not fertilized. Lack of this may be indicative of pregnancy. However, it may also be caused due to some underlying conditions like stress, poor health, and so and so. And this phase is basically followed by follicular phase. Now, what is happening in follicular phase? The primary follicles of the ovary grow to become fully mature Graafian follicle, and simultaneously the endometrium of the uterus regenerates through proliferation, mainly due to which hormone? Estrogen hormone, right? And these changes in the ovary and uterus are induced by changes in the level of pituitary and ovarian hormone. Now see, what are pituitary hormone? Pituitary hormone are FSH and LH, right? And ovarian hormone are estrogen and progesterone, right? And the secretion of gonadotropins. Now these are what? Pituitary hormones, right? Increases gradually during the follicular phase. As we already know that during follicular phase, what is increasing? Gonadotropins, FSH and LH, which further stimulates follicular development as well as secretion of estrogen by the growing follicles. Now you see that the growing follicle will secrete estrogen, right? So whenever there is decrement in estrogen, there will be increment in the FSH and LH, and both FSH and LH will attain the peak level at the middle of the cycle, and rapid secretion of LH will lead to the maximum level during the mid cycle, and this is called LH surge, which causes the rupture of Graafian follicle and thereby release of the ovum, which is actually a secondary oocyte. This process is ovulation, and the ovulatory phase is followed by luteal phase or secretory phase, during which the remaining part of the Graafian follicle will transform into corpus luteum, and the corpus luteum secretes large amount of progesterone, which is essential for maintenance of the endometrium, है ना? Such an endometrium is necessary for implantation of the fertilized ovum and further events of the process. And during pregnancy, all the events of the menstrual cycle stops and there is no such process. In absence of fertilization, this corpus luteum begins to degenerate on the 9th day of its formation or from 23rd day, and completely degenerates on 28th day, and this causes disintegration of endometrium, leading to the breakdown of the endometrium layer, marking a new cycle. And in human being, the cycle ceases around 50 years of the age. This is called menopause, and cyclic menstruation is indicator of normal reproductive health and extends between menarche and menopause, right? So this was again an important topic. Now, which hormone are basically essential? FSH, LH, GnRH, and estrogen and progesterone. Now fertilization and implantation. First you have to see that the human egg is alecital, मतलब कि यहाँ पे यॉक बहुत कम होता है या तो नहीं होता है. होमोलेसिथल है मतलब इक्वल अमाउंट है, और नॉन क्लिडोइक एग है मतलब इसमें कोई सेल नहीं होता है. तो ह्यूमन एग का 3 फीचर है. क्या क्या? पहला कि ह्यूमन एग इज एलेसिथल, दूसरा है तो होमोलेसिथल, और नॉन क्लिडोइक एग है यहाँ. ठीक है. नाउ ड्यूरिंग क्वाइटस द सीमेन इज रिलीज and this is called insemination. Now the motile male gamete swim rapidly through the cervix and enters this region and finally reaches the ampullary region. Now you see this ampullary region is the site of fertilization, right? And the ovum released from ovary is also transported to the ampullary region. So when fertilization takes place, it only occurs only if both the male gamete and female gametes are transported simultaneously into the ampullary region. This is why all this process do not leads to fertilization, right? And the process of this is called fertilization. And during fertilization, the male gamete comes in contact with the zona pellucida layer. As you can see, this is secondary oocyte, and this layer is zona pellucida, right? The layer that is zona pellucida is this one. So this male gamete comes in contact with zona pellucida of the ovum and induces the changes in membrane that blocks the entry of additional male gamete. So whenever this comes in contact with this green layer, that is zona pellucida, what happens? That it blocks, there is change in the membrane potential, right? This membrane potential will change and this will block the entry of additional male gamete, that ensures that only one male gamete can fertilize the ovum, and the secretions of acrosome help the gamete enter into the cytoplasm of the ovum and through the zona pellucida and the plasma membrane. This induces the completion of meiotic division of the secondary oocyte. The second meiotic division is also unequal and results into formation of second polar body and haploid ovum, that is called ooted. Soon, the haploid nucleus of the male gamete and that of the ovum fuses together and to form a diploid zygote, right? So then there is diploid zygote. So now after the zygote has been formed, what will happen? There will be cleavage. What is cleavage? It is unequal cleavage in human, and this is holoblastic cleavage. Unequal holoblastic cleavage is occurring in humans, right? Unequal holoblastic. तो जो जाइगोट बना है वो यूनिसेल्ड है, साइज उसका कांस्टेंट रहेगा और उसके अंदर सेल का नंबर बढ़ता जाएगा और एक मल्टी सेल एम्ब्रियो बनेगा। तो जब जब क्लीवेज होता है तब तब जो जाइगोट का साइज है इज इक्वल टू द मल्टी सेल एम्ब्रियो का साइज। क्लियर बात है। और नंबर ऑफ ब्लास्टोमियर इंक्रीज होता है लेकिन ब्लास्टोमियर का साइज डिक्रीज होता है, नया साइटोप्लाज्म नहीं बनता है और गैस्ट्रोलेशन के एंड पर ये स्टॉप होता है और क्लीवेज में कैरियोप्लाज्मिक इंडेक्स ऑफ द सेल इंक्रीज करता है। ठीक है। देन द meiotic division starts as the zygote moves from the isthmus region of the oviduct and this process is called cleavage. So zygote का मूवमेंट स्टार्ट होगा तो क्लीवेज भी स्टार्ट होगा और ये zygote कहाँ जाएगा? यूट्रस की तरफ एंड फॉर्म्स 2 to 4 to 8 to 16 डॉटर सेल्स, दीज आर कॉल्ड ब्लास्टोमियर। सो ब्लास्टोमियर का नंबर बढ़ेगा। अब जब एम्ब्रियो में 8 to 16 सेल कंडीशन आ जाएगा तो उसको हम लोग बोलेंगे मरोला। ठीक है, 8 to 16 सेल को क्या बोलेंगे? मरोला। मरोला होता है सॉलिड बॉल लाइक स्ट्रक्चर। उसके बाद क्या होगा कि ये जो मरोला है ये 8 to 16 सेल स्टेज में आता है। उसके बाद यहाँ पर ये मरोला बना। ठीक है, उसके बाद यही मरोला 8 to 16 सेल ब्लास्टोमियर को बोल रहे हैं। फिर क्या होगा कि ब्लास्टोमियर्स 8 to 16 को बोले हम लोग मरोला। Morula continue to divide and transformed into blastocyst as it moves further into the uterus, right? The blastomere in the blastocysts are arranged into outer layer called trophoblast, an inner group of cell attached to the trophoblast called inner cell mass. Trophoblast layer then gets attached to the endometrium and the inner cell mass gets differentiated into the embryo, and after attachment to the uterine wall the cell divides rapidly and covers the blastocyst. As a result, the blastocyst becomes embedded in the endometrium of the uterus, and this process is called implantation that leads to pregnancy. So, what is happening is we have zygote, right? That is a unicelled structure. Now, what is happening is this zygote undergoes cleavage. So, what is happening in cleavage? That karyoplasmic index is increased, cytoplasm is not further formed, blastomere का number will increase but size will decrease, and but size of the embryo will be equal to the size of unicelled zygote. Then when we are at 8 to 16 celled stage, this is called blastomere, which is a solid ball like structure, and this blastomere get differentiated into a structure called blastocyst. Blastocyst has outer layer called trophoblast that gets attached to the endometrium, and there is inner cell mass, right, that contains the stem cell which differentiates into embryo, and embryo immediately after implantation gets differentiated into ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm, right? So this is again important that ये सब बनेगा। तो सबसे पहले एक्टोडर्म, फिर एंडोडर्म एंड बाद में मीजोडर्म बनता है। तो ब्लास्टोसिस्ट बनता है यहाँ पर, और यहाँ पे एक कैविटी होता है, इनर सेल मास होता है, ट्रोफोब्लास्ट होता है। फिर क्या होगा कि ये जो गैस्ट्रोलाइस्टेस होता है, ये जो इम्प्लांटेशन होगा तो वो कहाँ पे होगा, फंडस पार्ट पे, मिड डॉर्सल यूटेराइन ओवल पे। और जो ह्यूमन में इम्प्लांटेशन है वो एक्चुअली 7th डे ऑफ फर्टिलाइजेशन पे होता है, और ये 7th डे पे शुरू होता है, 12th डे पे ख़त्म होगा, और इंटरस्टीशियल टाइप का इम्प्लांटेशन होगा। ठीक है, होता कब है, 7th डे पे, और है कैसा, इंटरस्टीशियल टाइप। और जो मॉरुला है 3 to 4th डे पर यूट्रस में एंट्री मारता है, और 7th डे पर फर्टिलाइज करता है। ब्लास्टोसिस्ट का क्या होता है, इम्प्लांटेशन। 128 सेल वाले स्टेज को बोलते हैं गैस्ट्रोला, और ये सब हो जाएगा।